Jesus says, but he who enters by the door is the shepherd of the sheep. To him the doorkeeper opens, and the sheep hear his voice, and he calls his sheep by name and leads them out. Like the shepherd was doing, making sounds, and the sheep could hear the voice of the shepherd, and they could follow him. It tells us that our Christian walk is a calling. We are called by God through Christ. Christ is the one who calls us. And so none of us really by ourselves decide to go to Jesus and follow Jesus. It is Jesus who calls. And when Jesus calls us, we hear his voice and response. And that is why you can preach to people, and sometimes you preach to them over and over and over. But at a certain time you preach to them, they hear the voice of the shepherd. They hear the call of Jesus, and they respond to that call, and they follow and obey that call. So Jesus says that the sheep hear the voice of the shepherd, and he leads them out. It means that the shepherd does two things according to this verse. Number one, the shepherd is the one who calls the sheep, and the shepherd also leads the sheep. You see, the picture Jesus is painting, the sheep, is actually a reference or a metaphor for the people of God. And in this context, Jesus was dealing with the Israelites, and he says that I am the one God has sent to call you unto himself, and I am the one that will lead you to God. So Jesus comes into our lives as the shepherd sent by God to call us and to draw us to God and to lead us in the pathways of God.